Hello, welcome to English on Rocks, and today's lesson about art is urban art. Urban art is a style that relates to city life. Because the urban arts exist in the public space, they are often viewed as vandalism. So, what's your opinion? Let's see. Drawing for fun. Sometimes doodling with a pencil, garabatear, ¿vieron? And with a pencil and paper can result in interesting images. Drawing is a basic form of artistic expression. People have been drawing throughout all of history. While the world of art goes far beyond scribbling and sketching, one style of art has gained fame for some serious scribbling, sketching, and risk taking. Even markings of caves from ancient times suggest humans have always had a need to express themselves through art. Urban art is the scribbling, sketching, and painting of artistic works in the public eye. However, many urban artists create art on surfaces they do not have permission to use, such as buildings, streets, or trains. Yes, my own house, for example. Works of urban art are usually temporary. Unlike public murals, where a governing body selects an artist to create something, most urban artists create their works under the cover of darkness with no pre approval of by anyone other than themselves. The rise of urban art has loosely followed the rise of hip hop music culture. Both are a reflection of life in some of the world's biggest cities. Hi, look at this picture. You know that this is huge. This was huge. This used to be huge. I had the opportunity, the chance to see it in 2015 in New York City. And when I came back in 2018, it was no longer there. Well, at least I have a photograph with it. It says here the creation of urban art happens amid the beehive of human activity and complex spaces of big cities. Cities provide artists with inspiration. They also provide artists with maximum visibility. The term urban art means this art is almost always created in the world's big cities. Big cities are crowded with inspiring people of diverse backgrounds. Urban graffiti art. One form of urban art is graffiti. Street artists create their art on buildings, billboards, or outdoor walls. Since they are creating art while trespassing on someone else's property, many street artists use false names. The availability of spray paint and other methods of permanent marking may have had as much to do with the rise of graffiti as any single person or artist. Early graffiti art. Despite the risk of arrest, a teenager in New York City became one of the best known and earliest graffiti artists back in the late 60s, 1960s. His doodles on New York City walls and sidewalks amounted to little more than his nickname, Tacky, and his street address, 183. Graffiti artists often paint on the sides of trains or subway cars, so their art travels around town for greater visibility. A graffiti artist's signature style is his or her tag. Tagging is also illegal. Many cities treat graffiti art as a serious crime. No matter how interesting a piece of graffiti might be, property owners usually do not like having art drawn on their buildings without permission. Chicago is the third largest city in the United States. In the 1990s, the city created a team of rapid response painters called graffiti blasters who quickly paint over any graffiti or street art that pops up around the city. Canada's largest city, Toronto, has designated an alley for graffiti artists so they can create art without fear of arrest. The city has also set up a commission of art experts to decide if some graffiti is worthy of preserving, rather than painting over. Urban street art. While graffiti art involves an artistic written message, street artists draw or sketch images that may carry a message without spelling one out. The simplicity of graffiti has influenced another urban art form known as street art. Like graffiti art, the creators of street art risk arrest to put art into the public view. Photographs of street art taken by admirers keep the work alive even after the original creator is gone, such as the one I mentioned before of the couple kissing there. Copies of these digital photos became sellable. They started to be sold. Banksy, mystery urban artist. Perhaps the best known street artist in the world is a British artist who goes by the name of Banksy. His work has caught the eye of millions of people in cities around the globe. His art is simple, but sometimes political. Like nearly all street artists, Banksy works in secrecy to avoid arrest for trespassing or vandalism. You have a lot of examples here. This of the rats, I remember. And if I'm not mistaken, there is one of a girl with a red glove. Do you remember talking to a police officer? Shepherd Ferry, we recognize him, do you remember? Out of the shadows. Not all street artists remained anonymous for their entire careers. Shepard Fairey is one of the most popular and controversial American street artists. In the 1980s, his street art, using an image of professional wrestler Andre the Giant with the word obey, made him a well known artist. More recently, he used a news photo of then presidential candidate Barack Obama to create an image titled Hope. That image may have played a small role in Barack Obama's eventual election victory. The news organization that took the original photo later sued Ferry for using it in his art. ¿Habrán ganado el juicio? Some street art, like Shepard Fairey's, borrows images from other sources to create art with a new meaning. This repurposing of other art is popular within hip hop music as well. Musically, it is known as sampling. Urban illusion art. Illusion street art often creates an appearance of depth, profundidad, where there is just a flat surface. Unlike more simplistic street or graffiti images, sidewalk illusion art requires more time for the artist to create a finished work. Some artists create street or sidewalk illusions. These eye popping, three dimensional drawings aim to transform everyday public spaces into dramatic optical illusions. I've seen a lot and they are so beautiful. And this is one I participated in the flash mobs, yes. Modern social media has given rise to a kind of performance urban art known as flash mobs. Like graffiti and street art, these performances happen in crowded urban spaces. They form seemingly out of nowhere and then break up as quickly as they start, often to the surprise of the public. Oh, it's fascinating. I love it. Flash mobs organized by social media. They often appear to be silly and pointless, but they can be political. Now, the ones I participated in was just to advertise to promote a social group I belong to, Lindy Hop, dancing. And finally, it says urban art is mysterious, inspiring, and temporary. It is also frequently illegal. Urban art is often the work of anonymous artists who are trying to get their creations seen by as many people as possible. And we have a little glossary. Anonymous, to remain unknown or nameless. Graffiti, pictures or messages drawn on walls or surfaces. Illegal, against the law. Illusions, things that appear to exist but do not. Inspiration, the feeling of someone with an idea to do or to create something. Temporary, lasting a short time. Trespassing, coming onto someone else's private property without permission. Urban, from or of the city. Visibility, something's ability to be seen. And there is a quiz. Chun, 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 chun. Let's play the quiz. Let's start. Chun, chun. Question one. What is unique about urban art? It is temporary or the bright colors? Yes, it is temporary. Good. Second question. Why do many street artists use false names? They are often creating art while trespassing, which is illegal. To be cool? No, it's illegal. They are trespassing. Yes. Good. Chum, chum, chum. How have cities such as Melbourne, Toronto, and London supported street art to continue? It is legal to do street art all over these cities. They have made specific places where you are allowed to do it. Yes. An alley, for example. Next. What makes Banksy art unique? It looks cool, it is simple but often conveys a strong political message. Yes, this one. And finally, one more. What is the difference between graffiti and street art? Street art is more thought out and tries to convey a message. They are the same thing. This one could be that it's more thought out. I guess so. Yes, it's like that. Well, we're done. We learned a lot. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Superb. And we're done. Keep on learning. And what's your opinion about it? You can leave your comment below, all right? Have you ever had some graffiti on your door? I have, yes, many times. I hope this one day will finish. Well, bye bye.